Hi, my name is Lenworth Wilson Jr., and I'm here to talk about my father, my hero, Lenworth Wilson Sr. So, my story dates back to when I was in high school. I was always what I consider a good student. I started school at a young age, and so I was nearing ending school at a young age. I was 15, going on 16 years old in my final year of high school. Somehow, as a teenager, I got distracted in the last couple years of high school, and I did not apply myself best to my academics. My father was already living here in St. Martin, and I was living in Jamaica. And I remember it was in 1999 that he came home for a visit for my graduation. And my graduation, I had only passed, let's call it a fraction of the subjects that I sat for the CXC exams, and I felt like I failed, or more so, I felt like a failure. And I remember sitting in the car with my father driving from Portmore to Spanish Town, and he turned to me and he said, "Listen, son, if the academics is not for you, then that's fine. You could learn a trade, that whether that be electrical or carpentry." And he knew that I was always interested in the hands-on work. I love plumbing or fixing anything. So he was trying to be supportive and encouraging, saying, "Listen, this side didn't work out. Let's try something else." I felt like I failed my father. All this time of him sacrificing and putting me through school, being away from his family so that he could provide. And here I am, I spending the last 2 years of high school kind of playing around, and then sitting with him saying that I will still support you, but I felt like I failed him. And I remember that was June of 1999, and my birthday was in July the 9th. And he was back in St. Martin, but he sent me a birthday card. And the card simply said, "My son, be true to yourself because there's greatness within you." And that message from my father completely changed my life. I went from seeing the disappointment of failing my father to seeing my father believe in me, and saying, "Be true to yourself." So the belief that I had, that it's not that the academics was not for me, but I know that I was not applying myself enough. So I was true to myself, and I started applying myself again. And I remember that same summer, I picked up the book, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective Teens by Sean Covey. And I started reading about proactivity. I started reading about creating win win situations. I started finding out about what are certain things that I should be making the center or the focus of my life if I want to be successful. And just that message just spurred me on to keep going after goal. And I signed up for college, I signed up for university, and step by step I continued to work towards the life that I knew I was capable of achieving, and also of putting the look in my father's eyes that I wanted to see on that visit. I never wanted to feel like I disappointed him, by not applying myself, by not making use of his sacrifices, and also the fact that he would believe in me that much. When I became an adult, I figured, maybe for him, it wasn't that serious with the card that he sent, but it was so remarkable. And then to see him himself, Lenworth Wilson Sr., being an upstanding man, a man of integrity, and a man who sacrifices for his family, it showed me an example of what I wanted to be. And so I carry his name with pride as Lenworth Wilson Jr. I sign my junior with pride, and always wanting him to be able to say his name with pride because of what I have represented under that name. And so on this Father's Day, I absolutely salute all fathers with a special salute and shout out to my father, my hero, Lenworth Wilson Sr. Thank you.